Hey, you guys, welcome to Audrey's reading area. Yes, I'm in a hospital today. But first, before I even introduce the book, I'm going to shout out my grandbabies, Korea, Sanaa, David the Third, and Caden. I love you guys and I miss you guys so much. Now, don't forget to click like, don't forget to click share, don't forget to go to YouTube, go to Audrey's reading area, and smash! I said smash that subscribe button for me. All right, you guys. I am in a hospital with my friend. My friend is in the hospital. So I brought a book that I'll be reading. A visit to it says the Sesame Street Hospital, but it's a visit to the hospital with my friend. My friend is Heather. Say hi, Heather. All right. My friend is in the hospital right now, and I will be staying with her. This book, A Visit to the Sesame Street Hospital. This is a visit to the hospital, and yeah, where we are. Featuring Jim Henson's Sesame Street Muppets. We got Bert and Ernie. We got Grover. You see. Yeah, and we got, yeah. This is a Random House picture back book. And if I don't see who is written by, we all know it's the Jim Henson Muppets. It's a like I said, Random House picture back book, and sometimes it doesn't say. Oh, here it is, by Deborah Hautzig, illustrated by Mathieu, and it's featuring the Jim Henson's Sesame Street Muppets. All right, all right, you guys see hospital. And we are in one. So I'm just going to jump right in and read this book to you guys and put your listening ears on and enjoy. One morning, Grover woke up feeling sick. Mommy, I have a sore throat again, he whispered. Oh, poor Grover, said his mother. You have had so many sore throats this year. We will go to see Dr. Keats later today. Oh. That afternoon, Dr. Keats examined Grover. I think your tonsils will have to come out, Grover. Oh, then maybe you won't get so many sore throats. I already know. I've had my tonsils removed because of so many sore throats, so Grover was worried. How will you take them out? He asked. You will have an operation. You will be in the hospital for a few days, Dr. Keats told him. I do not want to go to the hospital, said Grover. I want to stay home with Mommy. Your mother can go with you. She can even stay overnight there, said Dr. Keats. Would you and some of your friends like to visit the hospital before you go for the operation, just to see what it's like? Grover thought that was a good idea. Okay. Grover is getting into this idea of getting his little operation, right? The next week, Grover's mother took Grover, Ernie, and Bert to visit the hospital. Nurse Spinner was their guide. Wow, this is a big place, said Ernie. Is everyone here? Is everyone here to have tonsils out? No, said Nurse Spinner. People come to the hospital for lots of reasons. Sometimes they need extra help to get well, special treatments, or medicine they can get only in a hospital. And many people come for a special operation like you will have, Grover. As they walked down the hall, Bert asked, What is that funny smell? Nurse Spinner said, You are smelling disinfectant. Hospital floors are washed with disinfectant several times a day. That's because hospitals have to be very clean all the time. That's right, all the time. Aw, looky here. It says, Nurse Spinner took them upstairs. Children stay in their own section of the hospital, called the pediatric ward. She explained, This is where you will stay, Grover. Most of the rooms are for 2 or more children. Every bed can be raised up or down at the back and the front. You can sit up in bed to draw pictures or watch TV and, of course, to eat meals. That hospital, that hospital food be bussin'. What if I do not like the food? Said Grover shyly. Do I have to eat it anyway? No, said Nurse Spinner. There is a menu, so you can pick something you do like. And if you want some juice or fruit between meals, just push this nurse's call button. What will happen if I push it? Asked Grover. Try it and see, said Nurse Spinner. Grover pushed the button. In a few seconds, another nurse came into the room. You sure came fast when Grover pushed that button, said Ernie. Where did you come from? From the nurse's station. I'll show you, the nurse said. Every floor has a nurse's station, she went on. It's a sort of headquarters for the nurses and doctors. All the patients' charts are kept there. Your chart has all sorts of information about your medical history and daily notes made by the doctors and nurses who take care of you while you are here. When your own doctor comes to see you, he will look at your chart before he examines you. Which is a good thing because they got to look at your chart and they got to see why you're here. They got to see your history. They got to see what's wrong with you while you're here. And they got to see your history of medications. So that's a good thing that they look at your chart before they come in. She introduced the resident doctor. There is always a doctor on the floor, she explained. When Dr. Klinger goes home, another doctor will come to take her place. Now I want to show you our playroom, said Nurse Spinner. We have blocks, crayons, paints, papers, dolls, stuffed animals. Nurse Spinner, said Grover, when I come to the hospital, may I please bring my own teddy bear? Of course, Grover. And when you are well enough to get out of bed and come to the playroom, you can introduce him to our teddy bear. Looks like one right there, right? Look at that. That's a fun playroom, isn't it? Cool. Grover, this is Jane, said Nurse Spinner. Jane had her tonsils out 2 days ago. Did it hurt? Grover asked Jane. No, not when they took them out, said Jane. But my throat was pretty sore after I woke up. I could only eat ice cream and Jell-O. It feels a lot better now. Little advice, don't eat ice cream, because that makes mucus and that hurts. And eat the Jell-O. Jell-O is good. Slides down, soothes it, it's cold, it makes it feel so much better. But I'm going to just keep reading. Did it hurt? Grover asked Jane. No, not when they took them out, said Jane, but my throat was pretty sore after I woke up. I could only eat ice cream and Jell-O. It feels a lot better now. Grover felt better already. Wow, I love ice cream, said Ernie. I wonder how my tonsils are. Bert asked Jane a question too. What is that bracelet on your arm? My hospital bracelet, Jane said. Everybody who stays in the hospital gets one. It has my name and a secret code number on it. All the doctors and nurses know who I am, even when I am asleep, just by reading my bracelet. How cool is that? See her bracelet? Right here. Her hospital bracelet. Pretty cool. The x-ray machines were on the next tour. Nurse Spinner told them that x-ray machines are like big cameras, but they use a special kind of film. They take pictures of your bones. Ernie said, remember, Bert, I had an x-ray picture taken when I hurt my foot? The x-ray showed that my foot was not broken. Then they went with Nurse Spinner to the room where surgeons get ready to operate. She introduced them to one of the surgeons, Dr. Lamb. Why are you wearing pajamas? Ernie asked the doctor. Do you sleep here? No, said Dr. Lamb. This suit is part of the special clothing that we wear when we operate. Hmm. See? Called a scrub. Yep. We also wear a cap and a mask, said Dr. Lamb as he put them on. Ernie giggled. He thought the doctor looked silly in the cap and mask. Then Bert asked the doctor why he wore a mask. Don't you want anyone to know who you are? Dr. Lamb laughed. No, he said. We wear masks just to keep germs off of the patients. We scrub our hands in special soap that kills germs. We have to be very clean. Then we put on sterile rubber gloves. Sterile means germ-free. And after that, we put on sterile surgical gowns. Then we are ready to operate. Who would like to try on a surgical gown? Look. Who? Okay. Me, answered Grover and Ernie and Bert. Nurse Spinner helped them put on the gowns. Now I know what to be for Halloween next year, said Ernie. Aw. Surgeons, right? Like a surgeon. This is the operating room. Oh, they get to see the operating room. How cool is that? This is the operating room where the doctor will take out your tonsils, Grover, said Nurse Spinner. It has an operating table, big bright lights, lots of sterile instruments, and many special machines. The machines will keep track of your breathing, your blood pressure, and other important things during the operation. After the operation is over, you will be taken to the recovery room, where you will wake up. It's just down the hall. The doctors and nurses there wear special clothes too. How long will I have to stay in the recovery room? Grover asked. Only for a few hours, said Nurse Spinner. When the doctors and nurses think you're ready, you'll be taken back to your room. Like this room. Mm-hmm. Gee, said Ernie. Doctors and nurses have a lot. They have to know a lot. Yes, they do, said Nurse Spinner. But sometimes they have questions too. That is why every hospital has a medical library. Doctors and nurses use it to find answers in books. Grover said, I love books. When I am in the hospital, may I go to the library? You won't have to, Nurse Spinner said. A special library will come to you on a big cart. You can check out a book right from your bed. Gee, said Grover, the hospital is not scary like I thought it would be. Sometimes a hospital is a very happy place, said Nurse Spinner. I will show you the happiest part of all. And there's the books that they push around to the rooms. How cool is that? Nowadays, they got Google, right? They get on their phone and just Google stuff. I'm just saying. Just saying. Nurse Spinner took them to the nursery. She took them to the nursery. Grover looked through the glass window at all the newborn babies. Oh, they are so cute, he said softly. Was I that cute when I was a baby, Mommy? Grover's mother said, you were the cutest baby of all. Aww. How cute is that? This is the end of our tour, said Nurse Spinner. What's that? Asked Ernie, pointing to a window filled with toys and books. That's the gift shop, said Grover's mother. Sometimes when people are sick, their friends bring them gifts to cheer them up. Mommy, do you think anybody will bring me a present when I am in the hospital? Asked Grover. Grover's mother smiled. Oh, I think maybe someone will, she said. Might be the mom. The mom. Mom might bring him some gifts, right? I'm just saying. Aww. So that was the gift shop. Everybody thanked Nurse Spinner for a wonderful tour. Bert said, you were right, Nurse Spinner. The nursery is the best thing about the hospital. Ernie said, I think the playroom is the best. Everybody wave goodbye to Nurse Spinner. Aww. Aww. Mommy. Mommy, whispered Grover. Mommy, whispered Grover. I think the best thing about the hospital is getting well. Right? Don't you think so? Hey, Heaven, don't you think so? All right, all right. All right, all right, all right. That's the best thing. I agree. That's the best thing about the hospital, getting well. All right. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Thank you for picking up a book on your own, opening it up and reading it, because I encourage you to do that. Please read a book on your own and still come back to Audrey's Reading Area on YouTube and smash that subscribe button for me. Smash it up. Smash it up. Mom, thanks you for always being here and showing all this love and support. Thank you, Mom. Thank you all for sharing my videos. Thank you for clicking like and share. And thank you, YouTube, Audrey's Reading Area. Yes, 8 o'clock p.m. live, Live, live at 8. Tomorrow, I'll see ya tomorrow. It's only one day away. See you then, here at Audrey's Reading Area. Don't forget,